Tears bring mercy. Let's see what Eckhart Tolle and Rumi say about that. Rumi says, where water flows, the greenery grows. Where tears are shed, mercy is spread. Eckhart Tolle also says that with the flow of the tear, there can be a personal growth, because when we cry and the tear flows is when we accept our feeling, and accepting and non-resistant is a route for inner growth and personal change and transformation. Rumi says, be moaning and most-eyed like the water wheel, so green herbs may spring from your soul's field. Eckhart Tolle also says that embracing our feeling would result in more acceptance, and that opens the gateway for inner transformation. Rumi says, if you desire tears, show care for the one who weeps. If you seek mercy, help the weak who cannot leap. Eckhart Tolle says that compassion is a two-way street. If you feel compassion for others, you open the door to be receiving compassion when you are in the need and you feel weak. And compassion for others happens when we don't judge others, which means that the commentary in our head is not gonna pollute the feeling and of the others and judge them negatively. Rumi says, when God wishes to lend us aid, He turns our heart to sorrow's shade. Our thoughts grow deep, our pride precedes, in humble silence, wisdom seats. Tolle also says that a great growth sometimes can come from the biggest challenges. When people are having a lot of mental challenges and they are very upset, sometimes they realize that the source of their feeling is mostly the ego. And that can result in that realization, and they may decide to let go of the ego to feel more free. Rumi says, when He pleases, pain itself becomes joys, bondage itself becomes freedom. Rumi says that perception shapes our reality. The way that we perceive things can change about the way that we feel about certain things in our life. If the commentary in our head is putting a negative label on the things, then we can be bound by this negative feeling and feel very low. But if our perception is positive, there will be more freedom and joy. Rumi says, oh, happy the eye that is weeping for his sake. Oh, fortunate the heart that is searing for his sake. Eckhart Tolle also says that there will be a lot of pleasure in knowing that there is something greater than ourselves. Connecting to something that is greater in ourselves is very positive and very relieving, because we don't feel so separate from everything else. Rumi says, air and earth and water and fire are slaves. With you and me they are dead, but with God they are alive. Rumi says that there is an inner essence in everything that we come across. There is an inner essence in me, in you, and all physical world. Realizing that everything has an inner essence and we are a part of it can create a lot of personal and spiritual growth, and also feeling of joy and relief. Rumi says, when you feel pain, ask pardon of God. For pain by the Creator is no fraud. It holds a power, though hard to see, a healing force to set you free. Rumi also says that when we are surrounded to a higher power, it gives us more ability to be in the present moment and free from ego. Rumi says, the fire did not set its teeth in Abraham. How could it burn him, God's own lamp? Protected by grace, from flames he stood, closed by God, untouched by the wood. Eckhart Tolle also says that when we are connected to our inner selves, and when we have transcendent from the ego, the external things lose their power against us. Even the things that can be perceived extremely painful can come across as positive if we can transcend from the ego. The same as when Abraham in the fire wasn't burning, so from outside it looks like something that would be very painful, but it's not painful because you are surrounding to a higher power and you are transcending from your ego. So the life circumstances that seems hellish can be positive when we are transcending from ego. Rumi says, Mount Sinai, from the radiance of Moses, began to dance, became a peaceful Sufi, and was free from blemish. Eckhart Tolle also says that when we are connected to our essence through presence and inner silence, is when we can feel a big true transformation within. And it's like Moses that went to the mountain, and although mountain seemed quiet, after the mountain got in touch with its inner essence, start dancing and being very vibrant. Thanks a lot for listening to this video. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And I look forward to speaking to you soon.